Welcome to an episode of Founder in the Chair. Today I have a lady with me who absolutely makes me laugh every time I meet her. She has such a bright, vibrant personality. She is one of the first people in the UK to have a marketplace, which is quite different. And I'm going to get her to tell you all about it. So welcome, Amber.
Hello, thank you, Veena.
So tell us, what's so different and what do you do?
So I'm Amber. I am the face and founder of Glamber, which is the first marketplace of its kind in the UK, where you can buy, sell, lend and borrow your entire South Asian wardrobe. But it's not just women's wear, it's menswear and kids wear too. And that's what makes us truly different.
Wow. So when you say you're the first, so there's nobody else doing this?
There's no peer-to-peer marketplace that allows you to have full autonomy to upload your wardrobe yourself. And like I said, it's not just women's wear either. I identified that, men will only wear their outfits once,
yes,
if that. And kids, they grow out their outfits so quickly. So why not combine it all into one place where you can not only sell and buy clothing for the whole family, but you can also lend and borrow them too.
And it's also sustainable.
Very sustainable.
What gave you this idea?
I was sat in my loft.
Okay. As you do.
As you do. I love my loft. I have a love-hate relationship with my loft now, to be honest with you.
Okay.
I was trying to find an outfit for an upcoming wedding that I was going to. And this was post-COVID. And I had my first baby during COVID. And I found that my body shape had changed, my style had changed since I bought anything kind of new. So I was looking at my entire wardrobe up in the loft, trying to find something to wear. And I couldn't. And I thought, look at all of this stuff that I've got. I felt really embarrassed, to be honest with you, that I had so much stuff and it was just sat here not doing anything. And like I said, I felt embarrassed that I wasn't going to wear some of these pieces again. So I thought there's got to be a way that we can be more sustainable with our South Asian wardrobe. We're getting really good at it with our Western wear. Very mindful about our choices with our Western wear, but we don't apply that when it comes to South Asian fashion. So as I was sat there, I thought there's got to be a better way to manage this entire treasure chest of clothes that I've got. And also I didn't want to spend £300, £400, £500 on an outfit that I was only really going to wear once or twice. So the idea of Glamber came to me then. At that point, sat in my loft, very hot, very bothered. I mulled over it for quite a while, thinking about how could this work. The rental side came afterwards, to be honest with you. Again, because I thought, if I could just rent something, if I could just borrow something from someone else like I do with my sisters, and I can allow other people to borrow it and save money and the planet, then why not?
So that's the planet.
Yeah, and it is really important for the planet because it's very difficult with our South Asian clothing to recycle it. Because of the beading, because of the intricate work that's on it, it doesn't break down as easily and it's not as recyclable as other clothing. So often what happens is this clothing does just end up in landfill, and that's definitely not good for the planet.
I love that. So your business is actually doing something for the planet as
100%
well.
It is, yeah.
And you mentioned about South Asian clothes being a few £100s, sometimes thousands. And we wear it once. Yep. Sometimes.
Yep. In all honesty, I have been that person. I've been that person that's bought an outfit, only worn it once. Some of the clothes I haven't even worn that are in my wardrobe. And I know I'm not the only person. And they're just sat there doing nothing. And we don't wear them enough. We don't wear our South Asian clothing enough to justify, in my eyes, spending hundreds and thousands of pounds on it. You wouldn't spend over £1,000 on a dress and only wear it once or twice. You just wouldn't do it.
Yeah, it's really interesting actually. Yeah, Western clothes would get so much wear, and we mix and match
exactly
Western clothes. But I've also noticed with South Asian clothes, for some reason, people don't mix and match it.
No, I think what happens is you see a lenga, for example, or a suit or an anarkali, and you see it as one piece. We've never really explored the idea of let's take these pieces individually. Let's take just the dupatta Can I wear that dupatta with something else?
Yeah.
Can I wear this top with something else? So you can maximize your wardrobe.
Yeah.
And that's what Glamber's all about. It is, yes, about, getting rid of, items that you're not going to wear anymore, and also buying things at a much cheaper price. But it's also looking at something that you're going to buy now, and seeing how can I rewear the different individual pieces again and again and again. It's like it's like a top, or if you buy a cord set, like say a Western cord set, you're going to wear the bottoms with something else, aren't you?
Yeah.
Why do we not apply that to South Asian wear? It's really important that we start changing our mindset. So Glamber isn't just a business, it's a change in mindset as well for South Asians, which I think is really important.
Love that. So when you set it up, because it can't be the easiest type of business to set up, like what sort of platforms did you use? So if somebody wanted to set up a similar business, what advice would you give? What tips would you give?
What's truly unique about Glamber is that it is on actual marketplace software.
Okay.
It's not just a website.
Right.
Like a Shopify site or anything like that. We've used a very reputable company that specializes in marketplaces. So that's multi-vendors. And again, that's what makes us truly unique, is that you're able to have multiple different vendors, so multiple different individuals create their individual profiles and upload it themselves. That's what I meant by autonomy. I don't have to get involved in anything. There's no admin. If you wanted to list your wardrobe, you can do that as and when you want, however you want, whatever time you want. I don't need to approve anything at all. So that's the one thing that was really, really important to us, to ensure that it's then scalable moving forward. Absolutely. So because it allows, like I said, the individual to have full autonomy, and allows then me in the background to work on strategy and work on other parts. It's not just individuals that can upload their wardrobe. Businesses can also upload any stock that they have. So it's not just a consumer to consumer model, it's a business to consumer model as well. And what I would say is that if you are going to start something like this, invest in a good platform, because that's your product. That is your product. It's not your stock or anything else. That's your product. Your product is making sure that the site is accessible, it's easy to use, it's simple, it's clear. And that's what I'm very proud of Glamber and the marketplace, that it is all of those things. And the feedback that we've got is just, oh my God, this is really easy. Oh my God, this is so simple.
Is it comparable to something like Vinted?
It is, but I'm always going to say it's better. It is. So the concept is very similar to things like Vinted, like Depop, like eBay, that you can upload items yourself and you've got full control and autonomy about that. What I find with Vinted, and when I was actually doing my research and trying to actually sell some of my Indian wear before I launched Glamber and I started Glamber, was that I found that the users of Vinted, they didn't fully appreciate South Asian clothing, and also the memories that are attached to South Asian clothing. If I've got a sari that I've got memories attached to it, I want it to go to a good home. And if I've put it at a price of, let's say, £80, what I was finding on Vinted were people were just saying, oh yeah, I'll give you £25 for it. No, I'm not gonna sell it for £25. It's about having that mutual respect for our clothes. Because our clothes, they mean a lot to us. It's either been gifted, you've got good memories, you might have bad memories attached to it. Sometimes you just want a quick sale and that's cool. But, if I'm renting out an outfit of mine, let's say my wedding outfit, if I'm renting it out, I want someone to respect it as well. And, I want to feel that this person loves it as much as I do and did. And that's what Glamber is about. It's about building that community, extending the offer of, you can share my clothes just like how I share with my sisters, my besties and my cousins. Go for it, take it, enjoy it, wear it. That's what it's there for.
Wow. So if someone rents it, so I receive something from Glamber and I send it back to you, is it then dry cleaned?
Yep. Cleanliness is very important. So if you are selling an outfit, it has to be dry cleaned beforehand, unless it's brand new.
Okay.
And if you are renting an item, it's up to the person who is renting it out. So if I'm renting it to you, I will get that dry cleaned in between rentals. It has to be. Cleanliness and quality is very, very important.
So like you said, you get full autonomy. How do you check that I sent an outfit that I'm going to rent out now and it was dry cleaned? Because that's your reputation on the line then, right?
Yep, sure. So I can go into the back end of the website and I can see any of the transactions which happen. I because the marketplace is set up the way that it's set up, that I don't have to get so involved in the sending of items and the kind of admin side of things. I like to handhold quite a lot, and I like to provide a lot of support. So if someone has uploaded their item, I will always get in touch, be like, hey, how's it going?
Yeah.
You know, I'll always provide advice and feedback on their listing. You know, I get so many DMs and so many WhatsApp messages like, Amber, I've uploaded it. Haven't really had, you know, any interest. Can you help me? Yep, sure, no problem. Let me have a look at your listing. And if an item comes back, so to answer your question, if an item comes back, I'll always send reminders out. Make sure that it has been dry cleaned in beforehand. Once you've signed up to the Glamber marketplace, I send out a welcome pack to you as well. So you receive a welcome pack where you're able to get some top tips and tricks on things that you need to do, things that you need to remember as well, because sometimes you can forget. But that's what I'm here for, you know. And my DMs are always open, my WhatsApps are always open, and like I said, I love speaking to people. I love helping people with this particular concept because it's so new. So there is a lot of kind of personal support that I provide, and I'm more than happy to do that.
And how have South Asians taken on this concept? Because I know we just want to go out and buy a new outfit. We don't want to borrow, lend.
Yeah.
How's it been taken?
It has blown my mind, in all honesty. I think there's always doubts when you first start a business, especially a business like mine, which is very unique. If I set up just a normal shop and a storefront, I know I could have shifted these clothes, like brand new ones, so quickly, so easily.
Yeah.
But because you've got, you know, the word pre-loved and secondhand and all of that stuff, you know, there were some doubts at the beginning. They were very, very quickly quashed because the feedback that I've gotten has been wild. Oh my God, Amber, this is so needed. Yes, this is the way forward. This is what we've got to do. When I did my very first pop-up at the Big Fat Indian pop-up last year, I got my first sales. I started crying.
Oh.
Yeah, because it just meant so much. So shout out to Cam. She honestly changed my life that day. You know, she was like, I love these saris. I don't care where they're from. I want them.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, perfect. Yeah. And since then, it has snowballed.
Yeah.
People have organically listing and buying from the Glamber marketplace.
Love it.
They're buying when I do exhibitions. In all honesty, if I'm being and I'll always be really honest with you, V, I didn't think at the beginning it was going to blow up the way that it's blown up. And I'm just so proud of our community. I'm so proud of the community that I've built as well. You know, I've got people who follow us on Instagram, my subscriber list and things like that. And they're all part of the same journey as me. You know I created Glamber, but I created it for the South Asian community. So you've got a different option and people are taking up that option, which is it's amazing.
Love that. So you answered that perfectly, because I know for South Asians sometimes pre-love,
of course,
is a little bit like, no, I don't want people to know, or I don't want to do that. I'm just going to buy a new one and spend lots of money and then wear it once and put it at the back of the wardrobe. So thank you. I love that. Is there any other tips you would give, if it's not even to do with pre-loved clothes or a marketplace, as a business person?
Yeah.
Tips you would give to someone starting new or someone who's established?
Yep. I think the biggest thing and the biggest tip and piece of advice that I can give you is back yourself. You have to back yourself. You have to back your brand. The doubts will creep in. You'll have low days. It's very isolating doing it by yourself. It's lonely. You have those days where you think, no one's going to buy pre-loved. No one, it's secondhand clothing. Indians aren't going to do it. South Asians aren't going to do that. That's what I still to this day have those days. But I take a minute to myself and I remember what I'm doing, why I'm doing it. I remember that there are people who will buy into your brand, but you've got to back yourself. If you believe in yourself, there's no stopping you. There's no stopping you at all. You know, don't underestimate the power of your network and connections. Like I said, it's very lonely. You will doubt yourself a lot, but build a network around you. Just ask the question. If you don't ask, you don't get. If it's a no, it's a no. That's cool.
Yeah.
Move on. But, if, like I said, I asked you, Veena. I asked you, and you opened so many doors for me. I started working with Rye. I work with a lot of people because I just ask, and some people say no, and that's okay. But if you don't try, you're never going to know. You're never going to get anywhere. You're going to be stuck where you were right at the beginning.
Yeah, love that. Yeah, because we met through Instagram.
We did.
We had a conversation.
I told you I loved your pink jacket.
So I wore a pink one for you again, but sequin one today. But yeah, no, honestly, I remember hearing about your concept and I was like, okay. But, we kept talking, and I love it that you sometimes reach out to me on a day where you're just doubting yourself. And it's important to do that because, I might give you a kick up the backside, or I might say, it's okay to have that doubt. It's let's move on. Let's do something. So, your network is so, so important.
You can't underestimate it.
Yeah.
You got to get out there. You've got to push your brand out. It's...
And you do. You show up on stories. You're raw. You're real. Love that about you because, not every day is a good day.
No, it isn't.
How do you motivate yourself in the morning? Because I know you're a busy mum of 2.
I am.
How do you make sure you've allocated some time for your business, for growth, for development? What do you do? How do you structure it?
I didn't realise this growing up, but I am obsessed with planning.
Okay.
I need a plan.
Okay.
I have to have a plan of what I'm doing. So what I do is every Sunday night, without fail, I sit and I reflect on my week that I've just had.
Okay.
My achievements, things that worked, things that didn't work. I look at my numbers.
Yeah.
I have a really cool tool. If anyone wants to find out what it is, just DM me. I'll send you the link.
Okay.
So I reflect on my week that's happened and then I plan for my week ahead. So I've got set days where my girls, like I said, they are very young, they're 4 and 2. I've got set days when they're in nursery. So on the days that they're not, I plan my day around that. I'll level with you, I work in the evenings. I work at weekends. I gave up the corporate 9 to 5 to only work 24/7. I don't need to tell you that.
Yep. I mean, trust me, if there was 40 hours in a day, I'd be working them.
Samesies. So that's what I do. I plan. I have my set days where I work on content. Don't underestimate your content. Content is king. It is key.
I'm with you there.
Yeah. So don't underestimate how long it takes to create content. I've got a newfound respect for content creators. I think you guys are bloody wonderful because it's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard.
Yeah.
But every day what I do is like I said, I have my plan every day. I write my list every day of what I need to achieve. Some days I might not achieve it, and that's okay. I learn to be kind with myself as well. But yeah, it's planning. It's reflecting on the week that's happened, planning for the week ahead, and making sure that you just tick those things off. That's how I work. So
if you don't tick those things off, and you said to be kind to yourself, what do you do? Just move it to the next day, or
move it to the next day?
Reevaluate. Does it need to be done?
Well, exactly that. Like put it in a priority list. Is getting an Instagram post out more important than responding to inquiries? You got to respond to your inquiries.
Yeah.
You got to respond to people that are on that level. You've just got to reevaluate things and put things in a priority order and a priority list. What's most important to move my business forward?
And so you've got 2 young children, you work late in the evenings. What do you do for yourself? How do you look after Amber?
Oh my God. I do things like podcasts with Veena. and I go for lunch
come
after.
down from Derby. You've been summoned.
Yeah, what do I do? Right, okay. I will not work on a Saturday night. It's one night I'm off.
Yeah.
I'm not working Saturday night. What do? I spend time with my sisters, who are part of Glamber as well. I make sure every Friday, I know it's crazy, but Friday I have self-care Fridays. Friday night.
Nice.
My house is perfect. It's clean. My house has to be clean on a Friday. I will put a face mask on. I'll wash my hair.
Yeah.
I'll put a face mask on. I'll do my nails and I'll just sit there.
Yes.
And I'll just take an hour, 2 hours to myself. I try and do yoga. I try. I need to get better at it. I try to do little things like that, just little things. It's hard because any spare moment goes either onto the girls or it goes onto Glamber. And sometimes I am not the best at putting myself first and my own kind of needs. But I've said this year that this is going to be the year that I am going to put myself a little bit more
Well done.
as a priority.
Good. Good. Love that. So tell us, what's the vision for Glamber?
Oh, baby, we're going global.
Love that, yes.
So the vision for Glamber is for it to be the norm, to not see secondhand as second best, for a change in mindset in the South Asian community, for us to be more mindful when it comes to our choices of spending our money. It's a cost of living crisis as well. Like let's be mindful about where we are spending our hard-earned money. Let's not, put aside the notion that, I can't rent someone else, I can't wear someone else's clothes. So the vision is to make this very normal and for it to be part of what we do.
Yeah.
And I said about going global, absolutely. Looking at expanding across the globe, whether that's the US, across Europe. That's definitely my 5-year plan. I have a 5-year plan.
Of course you do.
Of course. I mean, I approach Glamber like literally as I approached it in my corporate job.
Yeah.
Like I've got a strategy. Every year I do my strategic roadmap, my strategic plan, my operational plan.
Yeah.
If I didn't,
Yeah.
I'd just be knocking out content. I wouldn't know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I think it's very important.
Yeah.
Totally
agree.
And so, the plan is, like I said, to establish Glamber, and Glamber's not going anywhere. It's a much needed service and products that us South Asians need, and it's about making it the norm.
Making it the norm.
Yeah.
Love that. So how do we contact you?
Oh, several ways. You can email me, hello@glamber.com. You can send me a WhatsApp. You can give me a call. I don't have my phone number. I don't know it off by heart.
That's okay.
So
Your
sorry.
social media handles?
Social media, glamber.official. Send me a DM. Like I said, my DMs are always open. WhatsApps are always open.
And is that on Instagram?
It's on Instagram. I am on TikTok as well. So,
Just want to clarify the spelling of Glamber.
yeah. Glamber.
BER. Okay.
BER, yeah.
All right. Because sometimes it's like, just in case we
Yeah.
get it wrong.
Yeah.
So website, Instagram, TikTok, send you a DM.
Yep. Send me a WhatsApp.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Love that. So, absolute pleasure having Amber on board, and watch this space because she has a 5-year plan, she has a 3-day plan and 1-week plan. She's on it. So her biggest thing was to plan your business, plan your life, because she wears many hats. She's a mother, she's a business owner, and she has big dreams for her business because she's going to go global. So glamber.com, follow her and watch her journey.